Welcome back, guys. In this lesson, we will talk about one of the standard events called view content. Right? We are discussing about standard events all this while. We'll go a little deeper, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use DOM scraping technique to send data to Facebook servers by firing an event called a standard event. The name of the standard event is view content. If you have a developer, how you can work with developer also I'm going to show you. In case you don't have developer, you can still employ this DOM scraping, but this technique is not generally recommended because if something changes on the front end like an element or the ID, the tracking will not work. So anyways, just allow me to give you a glimpse about how you can really implement these things. Right, this is one website. So Pujanadi is the website, the product is the category. Right, this is the category and this is the product page. Now whenever people come to a product detail page, I want to send an event to Facebook saying it's a view content. I'm already sending a lot of events like sources. This is a custom event, this is a standard event, this is a custom event, this is a custom event. I'm sending a lot of data, right? But here I'm going to send some custom standard event called view content. And view content you fire on category pages or you can fire on the product pages. If people go to add to cart, the same thing that you can employ and fire an add to cart event with the details of the product. See, anybody can implement add to cart event. Whenever people go to add to cart, use the URL and send an event to Facebook saying it is an add to cart. But apart from sending an event called add to cart, also send what is the ID of the product that was added to cart, what is the value of the product that was added to cart, what's the name of the product that was added to cart, and the category of the product. So I'm going to show all these things how I use DOM scraping and send them to Facebook in the form of view content. Now you see, I want to first capture. So let me move my image here. So first I want to get the price. So I'll store the price in one place. So what I'm going to do is I go to inspect first. I'm using DOM scraping technique. You see, here is the price. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this span. Span is the tag name and the class is WooCommerce. So I'm going to simply copy it. I'll write document dot query selector all span tag with the class is this. But because it has multiple classes, I don't want to give space. Not advised. Will not work. But still there are 10. But I want this particular thing, right? So if you want me to show you, it is an array of nodes. If I click on the first one, this is first one. So I have to select the second one, which I don't want. So let me go and write another selector, which kind of gives me more clarity. Now see, this span is in another tag called ins tag. And this ins tag is under the tag called p with the class price. That means p with class price, in it you have ins, in it you have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the same tag here. This is under ins. Ins is under p dot price. Now when I do that, you see what happens. I'm getting this particular thing, right? Or maybe I can remove. You see when I highlight this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. This is the ID. Okay. Oh no. You come here. So in this I want to get inner text. If I type in inner text is 2000, but the price should only be the number without the rupee symbol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice the first one. When I slice the first one, you see 2000, but the price number, it should only be a number. It cannot have the comma. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it. Then, okay, let me write. I'm going to split it. Now I'm going to join this array. So what I'm going to do is join this array. Oh, there is a small mistake here. You see, this is the value. So what this syntax will do is it will try and read the value from the product page. I'm going to show this live, right? Now, next what I'm going to do is I want to create one more thing called name, the name of the products. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this here, go to inspect. You see H1 title Ashwagandha, H1 with the class name is this. So what I'm going to do now, H1 with the class this. See, if I type in dot inner text, I'm trying to read them. So this is what is going to get the price. I'm going to put them here. Then I need to send the price, I need to send this, and I want to send the category. Is there any category here? Category is herbal raw material. So what I'm going to do is inspect, span posted in. You see, I got this. So this is the name. So I'm going to simply copy it. I'm going to put this here. Right? And then I want the ID. So I want to go to the element and see where is the ID of the product. Yeah, it is in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. This is the div ID is equal to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a syntax div ID is equal to but I don't know if the ID is same because each product will have different values. I want it to work, so I'll say if the ID begins with, right? Yeah. So now I want to write get attribute If I write in data, I want the ID, so I'm going to split it with something called hyphen. Yeah, then I want the first value. So this is the ID of the product. So I'm going to take it and copy it. After I copy it, what I'll do is FBQ track view content. I'm going to send these values content underscore IDs, right? Content underscore IDs. I will put the value as ID, then content underscore name. I will put it as name. Name is a variable here. Then I'll put content underscore category. If you want to know more, then you can simply go to google.com and type in Facebook standard events reference. content category, content IDs, content name, content type. You see view content, it's in content IDs, content category, content name, content type, currency, value, price is value, IDs, category, name, type. So what I'm trying to do is IDs, name, category, it is value, content type, I will put it as product. Why I'm not giving them what do you say, it is in double quotes, because it is a variable, that is here it is a text. So I'm sending all these things to Facebook. Right, but here the pixel is already initialized. That's why I'm able to send this. So if I fire this, you see what happens when I run this code. A view content is sent to Facebook, and with that view content all these parameters sent. Right, all these parameters are sent. If you don't want this, then you can simply work with your developer and tell your developer to push all these values into something called as a data layer. Right, I will show that, right, so in the other video. Right, so how to work with a developer, in fact if your developer is already there, how to read or how to tell your developer to push a data layer, what kind of syntax, what kind of format it should be, and how you can read that using GTM. Right, so this is a DOM scraping technique. It is, it is good way in case if you don't have a supportive developer, because nothing else you can do. But this is generally not recommended, because if something changes on the front end, somebody goes to the back end and changes the ID or anything, right, this will break, these codes will not work. So this is one way that you can implement standard event if you don't have the support of developer. I will see you in the next video with another technique, how to work with the developer in case you wanted to send this event. Thank you, and see you in the next video.